gonna be honest, Rolling and Racing has not had a good track record. We've tried, all right. We haven't done well, but we have tried. Cody, you never left. Okay, okay. I'm gonna put this in announcements. Okay. So I'm not doing my whole speech again. It appears Gubre did not get his scheme to work. I don't know what the problem there is. We do have some interviews. We're going to start first with Cody. So we're going to bring up Cody. Cody, you were the first ever race winner in the Rolling and Racing League, and you have a chance to come out as the last ever winner and champion. Can you just run me through what you're thinking right now? Yeah, Cody. Swear to God, if you're mic'd out, I'm killing you. Go swap out your mic. All right, Bacon, you want to do an interview? Cody had to sell. Shore has to leave. You can't even finish. Damn. Oh, you have to leave in 45 minutes? Okay, we'll try and get this started so Shore can at least be here for the beginning. Bacon, you have been here since season 2, won a lot of races and done, the whole thing is mobile. How are you feeling going into your last ever road race?
I feel very excited, honestly, and I feel like I have a very good chance of winning today. I've been practicing a lot, and I just have a clear mindset going into this race.
It's a very good way of looking at it. How do you feel about the league as a whole?
I'm very grateful to be a part of this league. I've gotten to meet so many different people, and we've been friends for so many years now. It's like I've grown up like with this league. I'm already a senior, which is crazy. So I'm gonna be sad when this league like officially ends.
Yeah. Um, well, you're going to have 150 laps. I do need to update that before I forget. Do you want to run us through your game plan of what you're looking for today?
My game plan is to try to stay up with the top guys, like try to make sure I'm not losing too much time. As for the fuel situation, I'm just gonna have to figure that out as I go because I'm not sure how far like I can really like go. Like I'm not sure like if the top guys are going to be saving or not, so we just have to see.
Well put from Bacon. So good luck in the race, and we hope to see you finish towards the top as a pinnacle of this league.
Thank you.
All right, Cody. I don't know if he's ready yet. Um, okay, that is okay, Cody. But Bacon did say it. We aren't really quite sure how the fuel situation is going to look. A lot of guys have done testing before the race. And judging from what I've been told, there is a. Sure, he's going to say NRGC. We actually do have a prize pool. We're offering Robux. I think it's like 200 for the championship. But that's not important. Um, GT, you can't win. Um, we are expecting um, between a 3 to 4 stop race. We're looking at a 4 stop from the top, but we have had some people talk about how we could potentially see a 3-stop done if you save using the bottom lane. So it is really just going to come down to what can happen. And who's going to be able to pull it off at the right time. So Cody, are we good? Are we good, Cody? 150 laps of sleep deprivation. If Cody is not ready, do we have anyone else that would like to do an interview? Also, Goobre, did you try the new scheme that Cody sent you? Is that the one that you're using? Are you using the scheme Cody sent you? Okay, Cody's here. We can bring Cody up. All right, Cody, you have. All right. You're muted, by the way.
Hello.
Hello, Cody. You were the. I'm gonna ask you the same question I did before you decided to sell on me. I'm gonna turn you down.
Okay.
Very loud. You were the first ever race winner for Rolling and Racing who could exit as the last ever winner and a championship winner. How do you feel about that?
I'm not gonna do it.
Is that all you have to say about it? Not okay.
Not gonna win.
You do have a very bad echo, by the way. Shucks would like to let you know.
I can't do anything about it.
Yeah, I'm aware. You have done quite well in this league. How do you feel about the shutdown of it?
At least I could like do school and stuff. You know?
Not a talker, are you? Forgot that.
Me?
Forgot you're not a talker.
I don't know what to say to it.
Forgot, yeah. School.
GT, you can shut up, butter.
Hey. Calm down, British boy.
sorry.
What is your game plan for this race? Starting
so,
where are you starting again?
I don't know, 4th maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, you're starting.
Fifth.
Well, no, you're starting in 5th because Mice had his lap.
I have a quote I'd like to share before.
Oh, okay.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Isn't that cool?
All right, Cody. All right. Good luck in your race, Cody.
Okay. I just want to say before we start, I am gonna wreck
No.
GT.
All right, you're going down. All right, I moved you down, Cody. I moved you down. We are going to. Why was I not spectating Cody? We are going to be doing a few honorary tribute laps. So if you could go out in your starting positions, start pacing around. So Fan, you will drive out first. Oh, Shucks wants to speak. All right, never mind. Hold on. We'll let Shucks speak. We'll let Shucks speak. Wait, hold on a sec.
I'm not doing an interview. Shout out Kitty, who was, one of the OG members, is not here.
Kitty was.
Gone to iRacing.
Yeah.
Shout out him.
That's
I'll bet that.
Shout out Kitty. Kitty, the only 2-time champion of this league. And a new champion will be crowned today. It will either be Fan, Mice, or Cody. Kitty versus Fan subplot. Kitty destroys you. No, Kitty destroys you. Prime Kitty destroys Prime Fan. All right. iRacing has nothing to do with Roblox racing. They're two completely different things. Yeah, Bacon keeping up with him on mobile might be the most impressive thing I've ever seen. But now we're gonna start the pace laps. So Fan, if you could drive off. And then Bacon, you follow him. And then, yeah, everyone just go out in your grid spots. Or actually, no, Mice is in second. So, Mice, you actually follow behind Fan. Okay, and Shore, you go. Yep, okay. Who's after Shore? It's Cody after Shore, then Shucks. Oh yeah, Goober, we can let you speak while we do a few laps. Who's after? Hold on, wait. Goober, you're after Shucks actually, so you should go. Oh, you are out. Okay, and then it's GT. Yeah, okay. Goober, I know you haven't been here for quite as long as everybody else, but you have been, a member of this community. You are an all-star winner on the longest race we have ever done in an entire 4 hours, which I still don't know why we did that. How do you feel about this league coming to an end?
Well, I can't say I remember all that much. I last raced
What the
here
hell is Shucks doing?
over 2 years ago. Um, but I have to say it's a little sad, returning to this after my last race in March of 2025. That was like sort of the end of a chapter of a long part of fun we had both in my own league and here. Of course, a lot of you guys are some of my closest friends. Shore, Bacon, I remember you were pretty much our first guy. Nearly won our first championship. Fan, you're the best racer I've ever seen.
I'm right
Shucks,
here,
I
buddy.
remember we had some great battles.
I'm right here. What do you mean, fans best driver you've ever seen?
And you're our four-time champion. I think you dominated the
Yeah.
championship more than anyone except Gordo in season 4.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I said I don't remember that much about Quick Trip, but I remember a lot about each and every one of you guys. So it's quite sad for me. I'm gonna miss this.
Yeah. Well, we are going to appreciate you. I hope to see you have some good luck out there. I know you haven't had a lot of practice, but hopefully you learn over the course of these 150 laps.
Before I go, is there anything I can do about my scheme not appearing? Because I have typed it in.
I'm honestly not entirely sure. Did you have a space after it or like before it?
Nope.
Okay, well then I'm honestly not sure what the problem is. You might just have to go gray scheme, or I can quickly get you a scheme if you want that.
Would you mind getting me one just for temporarily, and maybe later I can try it out?
Yeah, I can get you one for right now.
All right, thank you.
All right.
All right, so thank you guys. I wish you all the best of luck.
Yeah, we're gonna bring you guys in before we go green. By the way, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna. He's driving a Ford here. Goober, what number do you want? Give me a number. Yeah, I'll allow you guys to bring it in before we go green. Okay, 4. Damn, there's like, it's all just like self promotions for like, if you type in 4. Oh my god. This is like really annoying. There's also 0 next gen schemes. What the hell? Sorry, like I know this is taking a while, but like, dude, maybe if NASCAR Scheme Hub decided to not screw everything over, we wouldn't be having this problem. But nope, they decided to just axe everything for no good goddamn reason. That's why I hate NASCAR Scheme Hub. But it's the only one that we have, so. Okay, Goober, I can't find you one right now. Everyone here, bring it into pits, everyone this time. And then take fuel, and then we're gonna go green next. I'll keep looking for a scheme, Goober. but I don't see one. Here, I'm just gonna get a random Ford scheme, bro. I'm gonna be honest, I don't care. Congratulations, Gubre. If you want to, you can have a Chris Buescher scheme. Bring it in this time. By the way, we are using access road, and you have to make sure that you press the pit or else it will not work. So you have to press pit, and then just use full. If you don't press pit, it won't work. Fan. Well, you know that. You have to cross the pit limiter with pit on or else it won't work. Okay, you're taking your sweet ass time. Okay, and then we will be going green next time. When you guys are pitting, let me know if you want single or double. Like, when you guys are pitting, yeah, use your boxes right now. Shucks, how did you forget yours? Mice also forgot his. Fan is driving the pace car technically, but he's driving his own car. Okay, we're gonna have 2 pace laps because we all decided to fuck it up. Great. Fan, just go. Bacon. Oh no, you're fine. Okay, we're gonna have an extra pace lap. Mice, what are you doing? Alright, what am I looking at? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. Alright, you're gonna be a 99 car, and if this doesn't work, I give up. You can choose to either be gray or that. Alright, so Mice will slide into second. Okay, you can either be gray or you can be that abomination. Alright, this is not working. Yeah, okay. Gray, honestly, probably a good choice. So we're waiting for Mice to catch up. Because he's in pit lane right now for some fucking reason. So we're going to be going green next time by... nobody told me single or double, so I'm still not sure what we're going to do. Okay, we have a double, single, double. Got a single, so it's 2-2 right now. Fan doesn't give a shit. To the surprise of absolutely no one. Got a double, double. Alright, so it looks like double's going to win. So everyone go double, coming on the back straight. On the back straight. Good job, Shucks. I'm really proud of you. My Roblox does not like me. Well, it's mostly my PC, because my CPU is at 90% because I'm recording this. Oh, my GPU is also high. Roblox is taking up 75% of my GPU? What the hell? I need a better GPU, but they're expensive because of AI. Alright. Guys, alright, we're going green this time. For the final time in rolling and racing history. We will be going green. Fan will lead us to green. It's go when Fan goes, by the way. I don't have Spotify or Metal. It's just this and Discord. And also OBS. Go in the restart zone, damn it. And a really good start from Fan. Jesus. Okay. Wow. Completely frozen for me, by the way. Okay, Fan, take us to the lead over Bacon. Side by side behind is Mice and Cody. Shore and GT also fighting. Mice will take third. Bacon backing up a little bit. Fan already pulling off to a big lead. We know he's very fast, so it's going to be if anyone can catch up to him and do anything. There does seem to be a big four in this race, though. Fan, Bacon, Mice, and Shore were very fast, setting a big gap from everyone else, and then the rest of them were relatively similar. But keep in mind, Shore does have to leave soon, as we have a battle going on in the mid-pack. Shucks and Caesar banging wheels. Shucks will clear Caesar as we go into turn 3. Coming on to lap 3 now. Fan still in the lead. Bacon trying to rip the high lane. You know, we're going to go into TV2 because I feel like that's fun. Bacon gaining a little bit on Fan. Currently those two have pulled away as we see a high lane dominance sort of going on now. As I do think it is because Shore ripping that inside lane is fighting with Mice. And as we know, fighting loses time. As I am experiencing insane lag because I'm streaming and recording at the same time. Should probably choose one or the other. Bacon right now behind Fan. He's trying to do the best that he can in order to catch up. My CPU just constantly goes from dead to not dead. But Bacon is gaining a little bit. He's getting a bit of help from Draft as Fan in that R&R car. A throwback to the pace car that we have been using since we had our own custom game that we no longer use, as you can see. Currently leading over him. Bacon will lose a little bit of time that lap. As we see the field starting to get strung out. We're actually gonna go. I think we're gonna go through blimp cam right now. You know, change it up a little bit. Let's check on the mid pack. If it wants to load. Sharks currently in 7th, ahead of Gubre in 8th, and GT in 9th. That's actually more of the rear pack. But Gubre gaining a little bit on Shucks. Trying to peek down on the inside just to make a little something happen. Who is that? Cody and Caesar are close to each other. If it wants to load. Alright, we have a battle going on for 4th place. Mice, who would have been pole if not for his 0.2 second penalty for being late. Currently struggling, trying to hold on to 4. Caesar peeking down the inside of Cody. Gonna take him side by side as they come out of 4. And I'm gonna experience a big lag, but Caesar with a run. Brakes heavily. He's going to try to get a slide job coming off of 2. Or right now, can he hold on to it? He's going to make a little bit of contact with Cody as they go into 3. Caesar has to commit to that slide job. And he will get it on Cody. But Cody's going to have a run back at him. Down the inside goes Cody, I think. Yeah, down the inside. And Cody, a little bit of contact, but Caesar will hold on. And Caesar will take 5th place. Cody, a championship contender, right now dropping back. Shucks and Gubre are fighting. They have gotten very close over these past couple of laps. Gubre peeking down the inside. We're going to go rear cam for Shucks. Take a look at what we're seeing. It doesn't really work that well when you're lagging. Cody has gotten ahead of Caesar. I did not notice that as I was watching what could have been a battle. Shore and Mice are actually fighting. Mice has clawed his way back up, gained a little bit on Fan and Bacon. And Shore is now Shore on that inside line. Mice gonna try a switchback on him. Currently taking hold of third. As we see just up ahead, Bacon has done a very good job following so far. As Mice will go high, Shore with the crossback. That's what we're going to see a lot of this race. Inside line is faster in the corner, but outside line just gets that much more just insane of a run. Shore gonna hit Mice. You have to be careful, Shore. I will give penalties if you put people in the wall. As Bacon, I think he himself hit the wall there. I think. I can't really tell. He might have lost a bit of time. Shucks and Gubre appear to have a little altercation. Gubre lost a lot of time there. I don't know what happened. Oh, he spun. Okay. That does happen. There will not be a caution. Not enough drivers were collected in that incident. We're going to go back to the Shore and Mice battle. It's really starting to get even more intense. Bacon has lost a few tenths. He's still behind Fan, so there's no real need to worry for him. Shore, a very aggressive block down to the inside. Mice will loop it around the outside. GT and Shucks are fighting, but they're a little bit far back, so I'm going to focus on the two in the front. Mice down the inside of Shore. As Cody and Caesar are fighting back there. We have multiple battles going on at once. Unfortunately, I'm not able to show you all of them. As Shore grazes the wall, and that is going to allow Mice to clear. Bacon lost a lot of time that lap. I think he might have grazed the wall. Shore gonna try a very deep send on the inside. Not willing to give that spot up. Mice is gonna hit the switch back down on the inside. We are 10% of the way done, ladies and gentlemen. The lap 15 mark has been hit as Mice takes third ahead of Shore. As GT appears to have lost a little bit of time after battling with Shucks. I don't know what happened there because I was watching this battle. Why is Alan... Alright, my friend is telling me that my chat is exploding. What the hell is Alan doing? Alright. We see Shore trying to get the move on Mice. They've been going at it for quite a while now, continuously going back and forth. I'm honestly surprised they haven't been losing as much time as they have. Mice into the wall. Gonna lose a lot of time there as Bacon has officially reached the 1 second back mark of Fan. Fan continuing to pull away. He's doing very well here. Yeah, Mice also with the lag spike. It's not been a good day for lag. Shore will take third and will start to pull away. Someone jumped. It was Shucks. Shucks is not in his car. Oh, Shucks had to leave. Oh, that was Shucks. A very, very consistent and positive member of this group when he's not being disrespectful. No, I'm kidding. He's a great guy. He's really nice. Bacon's starting to gain a little bit back, but Shore and Mice aren't. Fan has started to experiment with a little bit going low. I can't tell if he hit the wall or if he's just trying to go low. I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. But Fan, consistently getting very close to the wall, that time was not so close. He might be Yeah, he's going low. Is Fan potentially looking for a way to save some fuel, or is Fan trying out new lines? I hope he's saving fuel because his lines have not been working that well. As he's now going to go high, I think he might have decided to stop trying that. Shore is the only one I've been able to watch that has consistently done well on the inside. He is 4 seconds back. Or that's Caesar. He's 2.5 seconds back. There's a battle going on for the lead. Bacon right behind Fan. Fan so far has led 21 laps of this race. Bacon is going to graze the wall there, though. Just trying his best to catch up. Bacon ripping a high lane. As we see again, Fan is trying that middle low lane. I think he could be trying to save a little bit of fuel when he sees an opportunity. But whenever Bacon gets close to him, he starts to ride high and try to defend. I think we could see Fan trying to save a little bit of fuel here. Maybe potentially see his way into a 3-stop. It will be hard, but it is possible. Now Bacon, riding the high lane. He does have Mice behind him. Mice had a very good lap there. Gained about 0.3 of a second, while Bacon lost about 0.3 of a second. So if you can do the math, that's 0.6 between them. I would know, I'm very good at math. And Bacon just trying to hold on to that high lane. We're going to take a look at the telemetry here so you guys can understand what they're doing. You can't really see their, you can't see how they're turning, but you are able to see their throttle. As you see, they're getting right up against the wall, lifting maybe just a little bit, and then going straight back on that throttle. It is a very tough line to get that close to the walls. We have a battle between Caesar and Cody, or we had one. What the hell? Oh, no. What? Cody, what happened to you? I must have misread that. GT in the pits. I don't know what he's doing. He might be boxing. Like, he might be retiring. Yeah, GT is retiring. GT is too old for this. What the fuck's going on? Is this golden? It's golden. JT will be taking his leave. GT, another very pivotal member. And it is unfortunate to see him go. He was a pillar of the community. As Fan has actually lost the spot. What happened to Fan? I wasn't paying attention. Fan, he is lost the spot. Bacon and Mice now 1-2. I think we might see Fan try to save. As, by the way, we're expecting first pit stops at around the 30 to 35 mark is when we're expecting to see some guys come in. You can see a rough fuel estimate down on the bottom. I'm not exactly sure. Golden, we will allow you to merge, but 5 laps down and behind Gubre. And if you interfere at all with the race, you're done. You're out of here. But Mice trying to take the lead. He will get the lead over Bacon. But Fan, who led for 25 laps, now drops a second behind. I think he is trying to save, as we can check. I mean, if you just check the fuel numbers, Fan is definitely far better on fuel than those guys. We run through the fuel. Cody, the first one in. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, you have to say that you're pitting before you enter turn 1 in order to not avoid confusion, and you have to take the access route in and out. Caesar was in. Caesar's coming out this time. So you have to put the pitting marker on before turn 1, and then you have to take the access road in and out. If I see you not doing either, you're done. Bacon in this time. Oh, and Mice tried to go in. Mice gonna spin. Mice, abort pits, abort pits. Technically, he didn't take the access road, and rules are rules. I'm sorry, Mice. But that was bad news for Mice. Mice will have to wait another lap to come in. And it's going to be very close on fuel for him. He might have to save. If we take a look at Fan, Fan has definitely saved a little bit. Shore's in the box this time. But a horrendous incident for Mice. He will be coming in this time by. He has to be careful on fuel and has to make sure that he gets in his box. Yeah, and you have to be careful to not speed, because if you speed, you get held for an extra few seconds. We can actually check. So we do not see the red underneath Mice's car, which means he didn't speed. And it is the same for Shore, which means neither of those guys sped. I cannot say what happened for the other ones. We see Goobre's in this time. And Golden has decided to leave after showing up for 5 seconds, because that's what Golden does. And Fan will be coming in this time, which means it is going to be a push. We see Bacon will cycle out into the lead depending on what happens here with Shore. Yeah, so Bacon will cycle out into the lead as Fan will come in this time. Oh, but he messes up! Oh my god, a huge mistake for Fan! Fan, abort pits. You cannot pit. You weren't on the access road. And Fan gonna be stuck in the grass, losing a lot of traction. Actually, no, you are about to run out of fuel. Alright, I will let you pit. You're about to run out. Yeah, I'll let you pit. Yeah, I will let you pit. Oh my god, Fan is out of fuel. Fan is out of fuel. The caution will wave. It is a race back to the line, but Fan is out of fuel. No, we're not doing DNFs. No. He's a lap down. That's how we do it. He's allowed to respawn his car, but he's a full lap down. And he. All right. Okay. All right. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Fan, you're allowed to respawn. You will go 1 lap down. Okay, we are going to change all of the laps to, we're all on 33. Yo, guys, let's go. I'm in 6th place. Oh, Goobre was a little bit behind. I didn't notice that. So Cody said that he thought the race was going to go caution-free. Looks like it didn't. Pits are not open this time. Not open. We're going to wait for everyone to group up before we open pits. But that was very fortunate for Mice, as he had a big mistake, but was able to come out of it just fine. Where is the donate button? I don't have a donate button, Alan, but thank you, thank you. And you know what? I think that was a good time to the 2 viewers that I currently have. Smash the like button. No, you do not have to take. You do not have to take under caution. Smash the like button, press subscribe, hit it like you're hitting your sister, or actually your wife would be a better analogy. Be that abusive husband we know you can be, and hit the like button. We are going to allow pits this time by. Fan, because you went a lap down, by the way, Goober, you're ahead of Fan. Fan, because you're a lap down, because of what happened, even if you do pit, you will still be 1 lap down. You know, I feel like because you kind of, right, you have full fuel, so you're still going to be a lap down if you pit or if you don't, so you might as well. You are not taking access red. You are not. No. I mean, like, you can, but, like, you'll just lose time, so don't even bother. Yeah, smash like, hit sub, share, subscribe. What did YouTube just say? If you like this, like it, and we'll never do it again. Yeah, make sure you don't speed, by the way, guys. very crucial you don't speed. All right, we're gonna see everyone has their own designated boxes, so we're gonna see Caesar sliding right into his box. Shore sliding into his number 3, Bacon into his number 2, and Fan into his number 1. So Fan, if you could wait for them to go around you, so then it says that you're a lap down, because there's no way for me to put you like a lap down. As Shore wins off of pit road. So Fan, if you could just like wait. Yeah, you still take access on exit, because it's just way easier. Okay, so Fan will be waiting for them to go around. He will be saving a little bit of fuel, so that's good for him. But Fan will need another caution if he wants to get the wave around, or he could just full push. Yeah, Shore had a great pit stop. We will be going green next time by. Next time by. Not this time, next time. Go double file on the back straightaway. So a race that started with 9. Yeah, honestly, Fan, you would have ran out on pit road. You cut that way too long. I mean, he was trying to go long. Like I see the idea. All right, Fan, you can go behind Google. Fan was like comfortable. I was checking. It says like MI like right beneath your guys' like miles per hour. Like that's like your fuel number. When you guys had like 100, like Fan had like I think it was like 300. It's like he had like 200 more fuel than you guys. Sure. It was like when you had like 200. I don't know what that is in like fuel numbers, but it's like probably like when you guys had like 5%. Fan had like, actually it'd be like less than 5%. Like when you guys had like 3%, Fan had like 8%, probably something like that. That's like I'm willing to say. You had 10%? Okay, yeah, something like that. Mice is not pitting. I don't know what he's doing. We're going to be going green this time. Remember, it's go when Shore goes. Shore, you're going to have to lift off, buddy. I saw you go before. Yeah, alright, that's good. Alright. Shore will take us to the lead as we go speeding into turn 1. Bacon right behind Shore. Cody right behind him. Gubre, a really good restart. He's trying to find his way up into 3rd. Around the outside of Cody. What a move from Gubre. Now Shore, you're going to see Shore very good on that inside line. Riding a throwback. A very heavily Quick Trip inspired car. Not based off of anything, but just, you know, Quick Trip related. Fan falling back. I think Fan might be trying to save. He doesn't want to waste fuel cutting up traffic. I think that might be his only way. I can't tell what's happening. He just said no, never mind. Gubre trying to slide into 2nd. Not able to get it. And now Cody in a throwback to the Japanese car and the pink car that he drove for so long. Honestly, I quite like that scheme. It was made by GT. GT's a great guy. Everyone loves GT. And Gubre, he had his own scheme. Unfortunately, was not able to load, but it is a nice one. It does suck that we can't see it. Gubre, you should have made a Guns N' Roses one like I did. Gubre gonna tag the wall, lose a little bit of time. Cody trying to really put pressure on him. Gonna give him a little tap in the back as Mice will clear Caesar. So Mice, very fast. One of the fastest guys out here, easily top 3, just judging by last stint. It is going to be, can he get through traffic before Shore and Bacon can pull away? Shore already pulling away a little bit from Bacon. Cody down the inside of Mice, trying to make something happen. Gonna slide up, or I'm sorry, on the inside of Gubre. Gubre holds on to P3 and Mice now on the outside. It's very hard to get that inside line right, but if you can get it right, it is almost a guaranteed pass. Now, can you defend is a different question. Gubre, a little bit of a love tap from Mice. Caesar on the inside of Cody. A little bit of tap between them. Bacon and Shore also fighting. Trying to focus on all three at the same time. Mice will get clear of Gubre. Gubre's going to have a run. Caesar will get clear of Cody. But Bacon and Shore side by side. Bacon doesn't have as much experience running the inside as Shore does. He's going to try something. A little bit of a tap between them. Bacon holds the lead for a second. Shore back out in front. So far, 4 different guys to have led a lap. Bacon trying to get ahead, trying to lead this lap. Bacon would be the first guy to lead 2 laps non-consecutively. Shore will hold on. It's Gubre and Mice side by side. Gubre was not looking too strong, but has seemingly flipped that around. He must have been spending a while in the back trying to understand the line. As he will slide into 4th. Mice, a very nice move around the outside. His Fan swing him 3 wide. Remember, Fan is 1 lap down. He does not have blue flags. He is allowed to fight. As we're going to see, he's just trying the inside. I think we could see Fan trying to save a little bit of fuel here and trying to see if he can extend this 1 extra stop. I think that might be one of his only ways to win unless he full pushes and pulls away. But Shore trying to come back at Bacon. He's going to give him a little tap on the quarter panel. Try and slow Bacon down a little bit. Bacon not too happy. But Bacon will clear Shore. We're going to see Bacon now trying the inside. Trying to take Shore's line away. And a very nice corner from Bacon. Pulls away from Shore by a little bit. I think Shore might have been a little bit shocked to see Bacon go down there. But now Bacon back to riding high. He's got Shore right behind him. All of the drivers going high. High lane has been known to be very good here at Homestead. You see it a lot. Shore trying to go on that inside. We're going to see that low to high. Shore losing a little bit of time on the exit. That is the downside of that inside line. Now what's going to be very interesting is we're going to want to take a look at Mice. Make sure you're looking at Mice's time. We really want to see if he can gain. Mice was stuck back there. Now he's trying his best to come back up. Shore lost a lot of time from that wall tap. As Mice trying his best to pass Shore. See if we can go. We're going to go roof cam for Mice here. Hopefully it doesn't lag too bad. Alright, it's a little loud. We're going to turn it down. So that way you guys can hear me. But Bacon pulling away. After Fan's very bad mistake, we have seen it open up. Fan was the favorite to win before that. And now I think the favorite goes on to Mice. Mice has done very strong. He's caught up a lot. He does have to get past Shore. How's he going to do it? Shore going to take the inside line. Mice going to take the outside line. A little bit of lag for me. Shore, brake checks in front of Mice. Really driving Mice down. That is a very aggressive block from Shore. And Mice, a very bold move. Runs Shore up. Instead of going low, catches Shore off guard. Shore's going to try to switch back. We'll have a run on the inside. Because unfortunately I can't hear them now because we're too far away. We're going to go to TV camera. Mice, a little bit of contact with Shore right there. As there goes Bacon and Mice into second. I think Mice is now the favorite to win. And if Mice wins this, not only would he have won the first race of the season, he'll win the last and be the champion. Mice, he was a laughing stock. A majority of it. Not really, right? We all loved Mice, but it did suck to see him. He was never in the Discord. Right? He rarely showed up to races. He never was competitive. But that all changed this season. He won Daytona went on a huge streak at the beginning, winning a bunch of races, and then of course we had that like year and a half break, and now we're finishing it off finally. We are a third of the way through the final ever race for Rolling and Racing. Take it in, ladies and gentlemen. This will not happen again. We may do a fun one-off here and there, but that's a huge if. Will likely not happen. We're still gonna host game nights. Don't worry. Every now and then we'll host game nights. So you guys can still have your fun. But after this race ends, all racing will pretty much just stop. So it's emotional for a lot of these guys. We really hope that they don't get tears in their visors as they drive by. Fan, by the way, has made himself up to 4th on the road. Still 1 lap down in 7th, but it is very impressive how he's cut through. I think if we get a caution late on into this race, we really do have to be careful of that backpack, especially Gubre. As Cody hit with a no. Something happened to Cody. Not quite sure what happened, but Cody said no. I think we should be careful for Gubre, because Gubre was very competitive, fighting side by side. So if a caution does come out late, I'd say look for maybe a dark horse. As Mice lost a little bit of time that lap on Bacon. You know, we'll look at fastest laps. The fastest lap is set by Bacon at a 31.167. Mice behind with a 31.179. Then we see Shore with a 31.233, followed right behind by Fan with a 31.233, and then Caesar with a 31.263, Cody with a 31.313, Gubre with a 31.450, and then Shucks and GT don't really matter. They're not even here. A little bit surprising to see that, though. Shore's qualifying time without... no, not Shore. Wait, who was I talking about? No, I was thinking about something completely different. I got confused. But Mice has lost a lot of time since I was looking away. I think he might have tapped the wall a little bit. And now he's battling with Shore. Shore trying that inside, not able to get it done. We know Shore has speed, considering he would have been tied for pole position without his .2 well tap and probably would have beat it. But speaking of speed, Mice set a 31.2 for his pole. That would have been pole position if not for a .2 penalty being late. Of course, Mice started in P3. Still very respectable. I'm sorry, no, P2. Man who was in P3 leading and pulling away. We're going to take a look at fuel. I don't know if these drivers are that comfortable with me sharing their fuel. But I'm going to do it anyways. Fan, currently the highest with 912. You're welcome, Fan, don't worry. So Fan has been saving a little bit. He's about 200 above everyone else. Shore has a slight advantage on Mice, probably about 2%, 3%, I can't exactly tell. And then Bacon hanging about roughly around the rest of them. Shore and Caesar fighting in the back. They have roughly the same fuel as these other guys. Gubre slightly less, but it's close. So that means Fan has the highest by about a few percent over Shore. Shore about a few percent over Mice. And then Mice a little bit behind Bacon. I don't think we're going to see enough fuel saving now for Fan to be able to make it on one less stop than the rest. And now Fan is behind Shore. And Fan just gonna back off right there. Will joined? What? When did Will join? What? Will joined like right before Shucks left. I just noticed that. Alright, sorry. Shore, just trying. Shore doesn't really need to fight too much for this position. Fan is 1 lap down. But, you know, it still does help to get practice fighting. It might come help later on in the race. As Caesar has caught up to Gubre. I believe Gubre lost a fair bit of time. As Cody also lost time, might have hit the wall. As Gubre is going to go high. Caesar going to peak down low. Gubre will hold on to the spot. As look how close he gets to that wall. The Larson lane is very big here. As Fan unable to get by Shore. Shore continuing to hold Fan up. We might see Fan pivot to a fuel save more here if he can't seem to get by Shore. As yeah, he is definitely coasting into 3, holding off throttle for quite a bit. I think he might be doing a mix of push 1 lap, save another, or like lift onto the entry and then push pretty hard coming out of exit. He hasn't been running too bad though in terms of lap time. He's been running quite consistently. As Caesar has gotten ahead of Gubre, I just noticed that. Caesar up into 4th. If Fan is able to come back from 1 lap down, it's probably going to be because of fuel strategy. It would be very impressive to see if he does. We're going to be seeing a few guys come in soon. He has every right to fight, Shore. He has every right. We do lap cars differently here, plus he's faster than you, so he's not going to sit behind you the whole time, Shore. I don't know what you want me to do. Shore, yeah, I was gonna say Shore lost a bit of his fuel advantage by fighting, but he didn't really lose that much. Like, really maybe, like, I think he might have actually, like, gained, like, 0.5%, honestly. But we're going to see fuel stops shortly. Maybe around the 67, 68, 69 mark. 67. Lap 67. Who will lead lap 67? Bacon coming in this time. It will not be Bacon. Mice coming in this time. Will not be Mice. Shore looks like will lead lap 67. Oh, as Caesar is in, I forgot to notice that Caesar came in. Cody will be coming in this time. So we're going to take a look at Bacon as he goes through the access road. There's Mice forgot to take the access road. A huge mistake for Mice. He's going to have to lift a lot as Shore leads lap 6-7. Haha. But Mice is going to have to definitely lift as we see Caesar there. Caesar goes a lap down. Cody also in. So we're going to take a look at Bacon. And Bacon a good stop. As Gubre tries to come in, but he spins. Gubre will have to... Actually, Gubre, you're about to run out of fuel. You can come in. Like, if you're about to run out of fuel and you mess up, alright, you can come in. I'll allow you to come in if you're, like, about to run out. But Shore's in this time. I believe Mice is right behind him. Yes, he is. Mice ran out of fuel, so he had to take a stop early. He had to pit in a box that was not his. So Mice just like hold brake for like 3 seconds because you pit in a box that wasn't yours. Okay, yeah, you're good. Because like, yeah, I mean you understand. But Bacon coming out ahead of Shore. And there's Fan too. Fan technically right now is in second, but he's gonna have to come in. cutting it very close on fuel again. He will most likely be coming in this time by very aggressive on fuel. I don't think he'll make it. He'll have to coast pretty much the entire time. He's going to lose more time. And sure, not knowing this, decides to run behind him, lose even more time. As Mice complains about lag, Fan is just going to have to lift and coast. He almost spins it. You cannot touch the grass. Fan, I'll allow you to pit in one of the other boxes, but you'll have to hold brake. Like you'll have to like hold the brake. Yeah, Fan is gonna try to make it to his box and will be unable to, so he'll have to pit. So Fan, once you get up to 66 miles per hour, then slow down. Okay, and then slow down to 0. All right, and then yeah, you're good. Okay. So Bacon holding on to the lead over a big mistake from Mice. Mice lost a lot of time from that, especially because having to pit in a different box. Mice now in 5th. And Caesar up to 3rd. That's a new best for Caesar. So congratulations to Caesar. But Bacon, very strong right now. Just riding high as we are coming up on the halfway mark. As you can see, by the way, the sun is setting. We are going to finish under the lights. I'm very excited for that. But ladies and gentlemen, we are coming up to the halfway point on the final ever race in Rolling and Racing. This will be the last ever one. I'm sure I know we've said that a lot of times, but this league has meant a lot to us. A lot of us have made very many friendships. I know I'm on Instagram. I'm added with quite a few of these guys. A lot of us getting older now. We've been hanging around since we were little kids. That sounds a little bit weird to say. There's a big lag spike for me, but we're fine. We know we have a lot of drivers saying that they've experienced lag so far. Mice had some lag, did not go well for him. Unfortunately, he is hanging around in 5th, right behind Gubre. Cody was complaining about lag earlier. And right now, by the way, Cody just behind Mice, technically for the championship, which again has taken a major backseat to this being the final race. But the championship is between Mice, Cody, and Fan. So you're going to have to look out for those, which is why, Fan's mistake was so insane, considering he's a championship contender. Right now, hovering just behind Caesar by about maybe a few seconds. But the gap for the championship right now is just over 3 seconds. So that is going to have to be something that we look out for. You spun it on purpose. You went, sorry, not that. You lost your fuel on purpose? What the fuck do you mean not a mistake? Motherfucker, you ran out of fuel. As we see, the lights have turned on. Ladies and gentlemen, halfway through the final race, we are under the lights. Yeah, the first pit stop, you went a lap down. Because you ran out of fuel. How was that not a mistake? Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, that too. Yeah, right. That too. Forgot about that. Yeah, you did have lag. You did say that. It is going to be a hefty battle. We're halfway through. A lot of memories probably floating through these drivers' heads. Shore trying to get to the lead. Band's still about 1 lap down. You know, continuing to try to save. Had 2 major fuel scares, but that is because I think he's trying to extend it to a 3-stop race, which we could see happen. The caution, I don't know if you lose more fuel under caution or if you get more fuel under caution. I'm not quite sure. But by the way, I forgot to mention, Mice did get by Gubre. Forgot to mention that. The gap for the championship now about 5 seconds. Cody is losing some time. As Bacon with a big lead that keeps getting bigger. And that's because Jesus Christ. Never mind. Bacon could potentially, we could see Bacon try to just save a little bit extra fuel just to make sure he can, you know, in case a caution comes out, something like that. But Shore, I do like Shore continuing to ride that inside. He is saving fuel. He's not saving enough to go maybe one more stop. But he's saving like a bit. Mice asking for Bacon to sell. He's gonna need Bacon and Caesar to sell. We'll take a look. Fan, by the way, has set the fastest lap at a 31.150 now. Ahead of Bacon's 31.167 and Mice's 31.179. Gubre still the slowest of the active drivers, but despite that, holding a respectable P5. Keep in mind that is just the fastest lap times. That is not the overall fastest. I mean, sorry, that's not like consistent lap times. That's just the overall fastest. Caesar has actually gained a little bit on these guys. I believe he was about 5-ish seconds back, and now he's not. By the way, guys, make sure you smash like and subscribe. We're never doing this again, and this channel is most likely going to go dormant. This has been a extremely long period of my life that I will no longer be a part of. This is my depression arc. Here we go. Mice is slowly gaining. If he continues this gain, by the end of the race, he could be close to them. It is going to be iffy. But he is better on fuel than Bacon. About even on fuel with Shore. That's because Shore's been riding that inside line and saving. Currently, the worst on fuel is... It is Bacon. Cody just behind. But not by much, I'll tell you. The field is relatively close on fuel spread. Fan has the most, because he's been, saving, and he pit last. But it's not by much. You would think it'd be by more. But no, it has not been by much. But we have had... Oh, Bacon tags the wall. He's going to lose a little bit of time. Big slowdown for Bacon. This is a mistake that Mice needed to catch up more, and a mistake that Shore needed to catch up. As Shore barely even gained any. But Mice, he was just about 14 seconds back. What's he now? 12 seconds back. Actually, I think it was like 13, actually. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it was about 13, so he gained roughly just about a second on that lap. Shore falling back, you can see the fatigue starting to set in. Yeah, oh yeah, Mice saying he started the run 14.9, so he's gained about 3. So it is very impressive what he has been able to do. And it's going to be a question mark as to if he can catch up. But I think we're going to start maybe seeing a little bit of fuel saving. You know, just for extra safety. The optimal... Oh, Bacon tags the wall again! You can sense the fatigue starting to get to these drivers. Just under 60 laps remaining. Sure, big gain on Bacon. We're going to have to see what Mice can do. Yeah, Sure gained just about a second. And Mice, how much is he going to gain? Wow, Mice 11.5 back. So he's gained just about 4 seconds this run. It's going to be iffy on if he can close that gap by the end of the race. But you have to remember, while again, technically Mice does not have to win this race to win the championship. It's mostly just about, right, the race win. Right, I think the championship is second in mind for pretty much all of these guys right now. Besides maybe Cody, I think Cody might care a little bit. He was talking about it. I think. I'm not exactly sure. It's mostly just about the final race and can you go down as the last ever person to win. Thankfully, PC will not be the last person to win a race. That would be extremely embarrassing for all of us. But Bacon just holding on. Mice, 11 seconds back. He is definitely gaining. By the way, we're going to take a look at Fan's fuel. Okay, Fan, roughly about, I'd say maybe about 3-4-ish laps, maybe 5 better than the rest of the field. That is something that we have to look out for. Sure, by the way, right behind Bacon. It has resorted in Bacon taking an inside line, trying to take Shore's line away. We saw it work before, with Shore being just a little bit confused and allowing Bacon to pull. Shore gonna ride outside, Bacon continuing to ride inside. I also think Bacon might be trying to get a little bit on fuel over Shore, because Shore is good on fuel over him, riding that inside lane. Oh, but Shore tags the wall on the outside. He flew too close to the sun. Now we're going to be seeing stops coming in at around 100, maybe like 105. Maybe roughly. Hold on, like what are we looking at for these guys' fuel? Maybe about 100 to 105, depending on how much they've saved. We could be seeing roughly around that. And so the big reason why we're talking about fuel is because if you can make it to maybe about, like, if we're being optimistic here, like 118, right? You make it to 118, you can maybe go the full way, right? Well, 118, maybe like 115 actually, probably, like reasonably, because that's 35 laps. You can try to extend it to 35, but it will be close, which is why we're looking at Fan. Because Fan has a chance to maybe get there. So we could see Fan. Remember, he's not out of this. Shore tags the wall. Mice, by the way, under 10 seconds. And also, don't rule out Caesar. Caesar has been behind them. Fatigue starting to get to these top two, but not to Caesar. Caesar has been running consistent lap times the entire time. Very impressive seeing what Caesar has been able to do. But Shore will take the lead over Bacon now. a few laps to the good. We're going to see pit stops very shortly. I'm just going to go through the field, see if anyone's pitting this time. We are not seeing people that are coming in this time by. Alright, but Shore will hold over Bacon. Again, keep an eye on Caesar. Very good job from Caesar. So Bacon. Oh, Caesar's coming in this time. Caesar is boxing this time. So Caesar has committed to taking an extra stop. So now the question is that it's going to be 50 laps, which is about 1.5 tanks of fuel. Are we going to see guys try and split it halfway? Or are we going to see them go and then go until they can't go anymore? That is a very important question that I'm really going to like to see. We see Caesar coming into his stall. Number 12 for the number 19. As by the way, no one else coming in, so Caesar will be alone boxing this time. Actually, here, we'll check Cody and Gubre. Okay, Cody is coming in this time. Trying to make something work. If a caution comes out, do not rule either of these two out. We saw Gubre very feisty on the restart. As, yeah, Cody very aggressive on his way in. You really have to be aggressive. There is so much time to be gained on pit entry and pit exit. But you also have to be very careful to not speed. That's very important. Mice! Oh my god, he does it again! Mice, you're almost out of fuel, so I'll let you come in, but you have to do the stop thing. But Mice spins! I'll let you come in, Mice, because you're almost out of fuel. Another costly mistake from Mice. You have to be aggressive, but not too aggressive. And that really sucks for him. He was looking on such a great comeback. As, oh, by the way, Bacon and Shore are in. Shore goes wide! Oh, never mind. No, he doesn't. I was tripping. But Bacon lost a lot of time. Something must have happened to him. But very disappointing for Mice. By the way, let's take a look at Caesar. Caesar looking very strong. If Bacon speeds, then he loses time, so that's his fault. And Mice asking if Shore has to leave. If Shore has to leave, that'd be huge for Bacon and Caesar. By the way, Bacon, not good on the entry. He's going to lose a lot of time. Caesar is right behind Shore. Caesar, a dark horse. You didn't expect him to be up here, but now here he is. If Shore has to leave and is unable to finish, Caesar will take the win. As of now. Bacon, is Bacon close to Mice? I don't think he'd be too close. Okay, I mean, they're on the same back straight. Or, like, they're on the same straightaway, I guess. But Mice ahead of Gubre. And Fan is coming in this time, by the way, so let's make sure to be looking at him. He will have to try to extend 45 laps. Very unlikely that that will happen. I think Fan will just need to full push or hope for a caution. But Fan, championship favorite, it is looking bleak for him. As he stops right in front of the timing board, seeing that he is the fastest, making it hurt probably that much more. Bacon and Mice now separated by 5 seconds. As, oh, sorry, Shore took the lead over Caesar. I should be watching that. I don't know why I'm not. Caesar tagging the wall again on the entry. Not very good at that. A little bit of pressure now, battling against Shore. Now, we're expecting fuel to go roughly about 30, right? 30, 35 laps. So it is going to be very interesting to see when these guys pull it in because, right, they're not going to have to wait until empty, but we could see a few try, you know, just to be extra safe. I don't think we're in the range where you can take 50% fuel, though. I think we're in the range where you're going to have to take a full unless you fuel save on this stint. Look, Caesar just trying to catch up to Shore. Shore now pulling away from Caesar. Bacon, by the way, right now behind Fan. What is good for Bacon is that he will have some draft off of Fan in order to try to help himself catch up to Shore. Guys, come on, don't let Shore be the last ever winner, guys. Come on, guys, don't let it be someone cool like Bacon. Come on. Or Caesar. Caesar, I'm not gonna lie. If Caesar were to win this, that'd be crazy. Caesar now about 1 second back. Well, if he didn't run out of fuel, it just, you know, unfortunate lag just happens. But Cody, we could see Cody throw a wrench in this. He might go one lap down. If that happens, also Fan would not be in the lucky dog position. Bacon right now catching up to Fan. Fan riding very low on the apron, just getting out of Bacon's way. Fan is desperately trying to save fuel. Oh, never mind, lag made him do that. That's the wrong version of Yor, but I understand because you're racing. I get it. Right, I can't really think about the right Yors. Caesar ripping very high. Now, what we have seen from the faster drivers, especially riding the high lane, is that they're not lifting that much. Right? They're either on fuel, or they're either on the gas, or they're on the brake. Now, how much that matters, I'm not exactly quite sure, but it is something to note. What's also very important to note is that when you turn while braking, right, there are a lot of games where you actually slow down more. This is one of those games. Very important to note, because we're going to see, right, very important when you're either braking in the middle of the corner or when you're braking to get onto the pit apron, right? But it is something to note, is you do slow down faster while turning and braking. Keep in mind, though, you are still turning. Very, very important. Cody now can see the two battling in his rearview mirror. Mice has gained, he's just about 3.5 seconds behind Bacon. If Mice can get by Bacon, can Mice catch up to Shore and Caesar? If they hold themselves up while battling, which they pretty much have to be doing at this stage as we're under 2/3 of the way done, we could see a potential catch-up. Yeah, it's gonna be close. As Caesar around the outside. Just trying to make something work. As by the way, we are past the 3/4 mark. We do not have much left in this race. As I've mentioned again, the final race in Rolling and Racing history as Caesar around the outside of Shore. Caesar will take that top spot. Bacon now under 8 seconds. Bacon is not gaining that much per lap, but he is slightly gaining. Caesar hanging it around the outside of Shore. Shore trying to just catch back up to him. What's good for Shore is that he doesn't get that good of a run. Mice complaining about selling. It does appear as though he's lost some time to Bacon. Yeah, you did lose a little bit of time there. I don't remember what I was saying. But Caesar, ahead of Shore. We're going to start seeing pit stops potentially in the next 5-10 laps. We might be in 50% range. I highly doubt it. Like, I highly, highly doubt that. But sure, right behind Caesar. Cody could be a huge help to Bacon if they catch up to him. Right now, Cody about 5-10-ish seconds, roughly in that area, ahead. Hold on, I'll count. Never mind, I'm lagging, so I can't. But Caesar continuing to run on the outside. What's really good about Shore running on the inside and being behind Caesar is that he has draft. So the slowness effect of that inside isn't that bad. But the issue is that he's going to have to run the outside here or like sooner or later in order to get enough of a run to send it on the inside into one of these corners. But he tags the wall there, so he's not going to have too much speed. We could see Shore potentially try to save enough for 50%, but I highly doubt it. Again, it's going to be really hard for a lot of these guys to go for the 50% route. Fan could be trying to go to the end. I'm not going to lie. I'm looking at him. He does appear to be saving quite aggressively. Fan could try it. I'm not saying it'll work, but he could try. He would have to save a lot. He might get past doing so. But right now, there is a chance. I would keep an eye out on Fan. Fan could absolutely do it. As Caesar continuing to pull away from Shore. Shore continuing the inside, not really trying the outside too much. I don't blame him. Shore has been running inside a lot. But the issue is that Shore, not very consistent, and does hit the wall a few times. This Bacon, what happened to Bacon? Oh, Bacon's in the pits. All right, we're going to take a look at Bacon. Into his stop. I think he's going to be taking full. Never mind. Bacon will go 50%. Bacon will take 50%. All right. So we're seeing drivers. They feel confident that they can go with a 50. Did not decide to take full. Now, what is important to note is that you only really lose about like a second, like, half a second to a second by taking full, which makes no goddamn sense. Like, I don't really understand that. But it is important to note, as Bacon will be one lap down. However, ahead of Fan. So even if Fan goes the full way and Bacon goes the full way, Bacon will come out ahead. Not looking that confident for Fan here. But Caesar pulling away from Shore now. He's just over a second. Mice just under 12. He's going to need a big mistake from these two. And Mice really going to have to head down, lock in here. Mice, by the way, can see Bacon ahead of him. He knows that that's one of his main competitors. Gaining a good amount that time is Mice. I can't... The only issue with these guys being a lap... Like, Bacon being a lap down is that I can't tell what he's looking at for like, laps. Alright, no takers. Oh wait, I don't think we talked enough about Goubre. Goubre, very consistent right now. He's been running very good lines. I know we haven't been talking about it, but he has been putting on a very good performance considering he has not raced in this league for a lot longer than pretty much every other person here. Right? He has not been here for a full 2.5 years, I think, maybe 2. I'm not quite sure. But it is very impressive to see him doing such a good job. Shore continuing to try to use the inside. You're welcome. But a very consistent race from these guys. It's very impressive. See, they're gonna go on the outside. As now we are gonna do crank it up. We're gonna listen to these cars as they rip on by. We're just gonna take a listen. This will be the last time we're ever gonna do it. As we come back from Crank It Up, we are now 20 laps through with this race. Caesar's coming in, by the way. Caesar is coming in. So that means Caesar will box. By the way, Cody also came in under caution. Oh, sorry, not under caution, under Crank It Up. We were unable to see it. But where does Caesar come out? In accordance to Bacon. So Caesar will able to make sure he doesn't speed. It's very good. So Caesar just hard in the box. When are we going to see Mice come in? When are we going to see Shore come in? When are we going to see Gubre come in? Cody already came in. Fan, right, looks like Fan's also going to have to come in. Tried to save. It didn't work. He might have been better off just full pushing. You have to be saving the whole race if you want to make it on a 3-stop. Fan, unfortunately, was not. But Caesar comes out. There's Cody. Caesar comes out comfortably ahead of Bacon. Actually, he's right ahead of Shore. By the way, Caesar took 50%. Definitely an aggressive 50% from Caesar. I would have expected a full from him. So we might see Caesar have to save a little bit. With these two right behind each other. Caesar trying to get his lap back so he has every right to fight Shore. By the way, Cody up ahead. Shore gonna be coming in soon. Mice, by the way, coming in this time. Definitely cutting it a little bit close on fuel, especially when he didn't have to. So it's a little bit surprising to see him cut it as much as he did. Especially, well, actually, I was going to say, he doesn't have one of the boxes towards the end. He doesn't have to worry about it too much, like the other guys. Shore, by the way, coming in this time. Caesar took 50. Yes, we see he's holding back a little bit. I think he might be just trying to make sure that he can save. Definitely a very aggressive 50% from him. Agubre will also be coming in this time. Unfortunately for us, we're not going to be able to see Agubre lead a lap. That would have been fun. But Gubre and Cody, so far, are the only guys to not lead a lap. By the way, speaking of Cody right now, he's ahead of Caesar. He has every right to fight them. Alright, Shore. Shore out of his box. Shore took full. He wanted to be extra careful. That was smart. Caesar is definitely going to have to be a little safe on fuel. I think Caesar's 50% could have cost him this race. Here's Shore coming out of his box. Or sorry, coming out of the pits. There goes Cody. Here comes Caesar. Battling. Into the corner. Caesar and Shore make contact. Caesar into the wall. Shore will hold on to it. A very aggressive block from Shore. Caesar is going to have to get ahead now and then maybe try and hold Shore up while he fuel saves. I think that's going to be Caesar's only way of having a shot to win this. That or changing to the inside lane. By the way, don't rule out Bacon or Mice. 5 seconds back for Bacon. Oh, sorry, just about 5.5 for Bacon. Just about 8 for Mice. Shore will not have to worry about fuel saving. Cody could be a little dramatic if he wants to. Caesar is pushing. If only he had taken full. Alright guys, competition caution. No, I'm kidding. Guy. Oh my god, there's debris on the track. I think Caesar is going to have to save. Caesar might have to take second. It looks like this is going to be a Shore win. Huge lag for me, Jesus. But ladies and gentlemen, as the clock winds down, the laps tick by. Caesar's trying his best to catch up, but for how much? Because you have to keep in mind he is chasing a fuel number. Shore can just pretty much take it easy. He doesn't have to worry too much about Caesar. Fan tried his best. He made it to lap 40. Wasn't able to do it, but he tried. You know, you gotta respect him for that. If he wouldn't have had, I think Fan could have saved enough had he not spun and went a lap down. I think, honestly, we could be telling a different story. All right, but Cody can hold up Shore. Cody and Caesar used to be teammates for a while. Very good friends. Are we going to see them work together here? Is Cody going to try to hold up? Cody very aggressive on Shore. Cody trying to make this race interesting. He has every right to. Shore will not be that happy. Cody just trying for the switchback on Shore. Down the inside, he can send it. Like Cody, don't be too much of a dick, all right? Like, gotta keep in mind, you're still a lap down, all right? Five to go. As Shore will go past turn 4. Can he do it? Yeah, Shore, you can hear him. You can hear him. He's taking it easy. Caesar chasing a fuel number. We might honestly see Caesar have to come in unless he hard saves. Oh shit, Aston. Wait, yo, hold on, guys. Aston Machado just came out. I might have to pull for him. Sorry, guys. My Uma Musume addiction is bad. Alright. Caesar trying everything he can while still chasing that fuel number. Cody behind him. Cody could push him. We could see Cody try and help him save fuel. Fuck, I didn't get Aston Machan, guys. I didn't get her. Fuck. Alright. But Caesar, yeah, Caesar losing a bunch of time. Fuck you, fan. You don't even play the game anymore. Bacon now gaining on Caesar. Bacon could try and take second. He's known as the second place warrior. Heartbreak in pretty much almost every season he's competitively been in, where he finished second in the playoffs. And he might, unfortunately, finish second in this race as he goes by Cody. And Shore, with the fans on their feet, he will come by. This league has been around for 6 years. As I said earlier, it has been a monument in all of our lives. It has been a very dramatic league. Sorry. All of our lives, all of our friendships have been built off of this league. As we see Shore taking it by. Fan gonna mess him up. But the white flag waves for Shore. And the checkered for Shore. His first win of the season and his last win of the league. Shore Putu Putu takes it home. And Bacon brings it home in second. Mice in third. He wins the championship. Mice is your championship winner. It was thought that he could never win a race. It was thought that he was a good for nothing. But he proved them all wrong. Mice is your season 6 champion and your last ever champion. Gubre will bring it home in 4th. Caesar, oh my god, he's at the line. He crosses in 5th. Oh my god, a huge hit on Caesar. But Shore is your last ever race winner. As we're going to see Shore burn it down. Mice, you can join him after you get fuel, of course. I just noticed. Yeah, sure, had a lot of heartbreak. Kansas was awful for him. I'm not gonna lie, Kansas. I'm surprised he didn't win at Kansas. I'm just like remembering Kansas. That was heartbreaking for him. He was gaining so much time on Kitty, and he just lost it at the end. And now, sure, sure, you have to, yeah, you kind of have to like get in the grass to kind of get loose. We're gonna have interviews with everyone that wants to. Yeah, if Mice was very close behind, by the way, we have to keep that in mind. If he would not have spun twice going onto pit road, Mice would be your race winner. He'd have 7 wins this season. Yeah, that's that rephrased, by the way, good Ray. But we see Shore just celebrating, happy to finally get a win. And Mice, 6 wins. Was it 5 or 6? Hold on, let me check. Yeah, he had 5 wins, or sorry, 6 wins in the season. A very, like, something that he can hold his head high about. He had an amazing job. Very impressive from him. Yeah. As now we see Shore bringing it. Oh, I thought he was going to go to victory lane. Yeah, Bacon, I don't know what happened, but you were right behind Shore. You were, like, right behind Shore. And then, like, 3 laps later, you were, like, 3 seconds behind. And then you came out of the box, and you were just, like, so much behind. I think you had to have sped. And Shore will bring it on to victory lane. We can all go to victory lane with them. But an emotional moment. Yeah, we'll do a picture of everyone that was here. Sure, get on, Caesar, get on. Yeah, Caesar. If Caesar would have taken full, I think he would have won this race. We'll turn on the sprinklers. Yeah, it's here. Sure, we'll let you get a picture by yourself first. Where is shift lock? It used to be on the top. I don't know why that. Here, you. Oh wait, someone has to be in the car, right? Ooh. Yeah, okay, yeah, Mike's gonna be in the car. Fan, are you gonna want to be in the picture? Here, send the scheme to it's in victory lane. Yeah, send it to Mice. I don't have like an alt account that I can pull up on my phone, which sucks. Like if I had an alt, I'd definitely boot that up. But as you can see, a lot of us in our OG avatars, Shore in his old avatar, Cody in his, I'm in mine, Bacon's been in his OG avatar for the last however many years. I think that's Mice's. I think that's Mice's OG avatar. Yeah. Well, my race 1, I was in a Matt Kenseth uniform, but for like a majority of it, I was in the official side. I think this is better. If anyone doesn't want to be like on top in the picture, then you can like hop in the car. It's a Toyota. I think is it a Toyota? Yeah. Caesar is a rabbit. This is true. Caesar did not want to show up in his OG avatar. He's too cool for that. The Hall of Fame, I'll make the Hall of Fame video later. Damn. Yeah. I even brought back the Jurassic World cap. You could never tell it was a Jurassic World cap because I had hair, but nope, it's Jurassic World. I got the turtle on my shoulder. All right, I'll get the picture. And sure, in honor of Kyle Busch, we'll do the bow. As now, all of us, we can take the picture. We can get in. Mice, I can get in the car if you want to get out. Like, I can be in it. Just everyone just like get on the car. Here, Fan, if you don't want to be in the picture, you should like hop in the car. On God. Oh wait, Mice is getting his dad's phone. Wait, Mice, get Poonie. Yes, get Punny. Yes. We're bringing back Punny for this. You didn't beat me, so I don't know how you'd beat. All right, while we're doing this, we'll do some interviews. Sure. Do you want to talk? Aw, come on. Come on. All right. We can do chat bubbles. Sure, Butu Putu. No, not yet. You have won the final race of the league. How do you feel? You know, you came through adversity. You were probably about the 4th fastest, I would say, that race. But you managed to win. Here, I'll read it out. Man, this feels just so good. I can't explain it. I thought I'd never win here, but I came through, and this makes Kansas feel much better. Yeah, Kansas was a heartbreak. What do you mean it might not work, Mice? Oh yeah, if you have to face scan, just like face scan. Do it quick. We'll wait. Well, actually, I do have to be out of here relatively soon. If not, like someone can just like hop in the car. We do have to make this quick. I have open house, so I will have to head out. What's crazy to think is that this league has outlasted an entire house of mine. I am now in an entirely new house. This league has outlasted an entire, like, house. That's crazy to think. Sure, comparing this to a Pumu Indy 500 win, a little surprising. There's fireworks. There's fireworks go off in the back as we celebrate the league. Go, set the fireworks up again. Hold on, I'll get a picture of it. Okay, I'll get like a cinematic shot. How do you set the fireworks off? I don't know who did that, but like whoever did that, can you do that again? Or... How did that happen? Okay. Does anyone want here? I can be in the car. Like I don't have to be in the picture. It'll suck, but I don't. No, I'll tank it. If anyone else wants to be in the car. We'll do a few more, but then I have to go like right away. You want to be in the car, or do you want to go on the interview? Okay. Alright. Fan, if you're not going to be in the picture, get in the goddamn car. Alright. I do have to make this quick. So we'll bring Gubre up, and then we'll do the last interview of Bacon. And then when we all say goodbye, I can like bring everyone up, and then if you want to say bye, Gubre, how do you feel having a very good race, finishing in what was it, P4, P5?
Yeah, P4. My fingers are hurting a little bit, but it felt very good to get it back out there one final time. Had a great time racing with some of my best friends. It was just really nice to be on track again. I figured out the line eventually, although I had a lot of lag on college Wi-Fi. I made it work. P4.
Hold on, wait. Let me like squeeze my little ass on in here. All right.
I have to.
Okay. Yeah. I know you weren't a big part of the league. But how do you feel? Knowing that you were able to be at the end of it.
Feels like full circle. If you remember way back when, my last race got cut short a little because my grandpa had a stroke. That is not the way I wanted to wrap things up.
Yeah.
But I sort of moved away, and then all the new restrictions came in, so I just quit for a while. But seeing this opportunity, thank you for DMing me. It was great. Before I go, I want to thank each and every one of you, Super, for organizing this, for helping me officiate, for your awesome championship in season 4 of my league. Bacon for being one of the true OGs, best mobile driver I've ever seen. I know you did very well here. Awesome. Cody and Mice for your time here. I really enjoyed racing with you guys. I'm very happy that, you won this championship. You've come so far. Caesar, I'll never forget your signature dark blue SRX car. Had a lot of fun moments there. Fan, for being without a doubt the best IndyCar driver I've ever seen, and I'd say best Roblox racer ever. You're an awesome guy. Yeah, thank you for all the times, and most importantly, our race winner, Shore, for being the biggest cheerleader I've ever had in my entire life. We had so many awesome moments. You really earned this win. You're just such an all-around awesome person, and above all else, I can say with confidence that you are the gayest man to ever put on a fire suit.
All right. Thank you, Gubre, for being part of this.
You're welcome.
All right,
It's been a pleasure.
we're gonna bring up Cody. Do you want to do anything? Because you were the first ever race winner in this league. We can do a. You want to say anything, or because we do have to make this quick, so. Because I have to find my car keys, and then I have to drive up to school, because they're doing open house. So we'll go quick. All right, Cody. You came home. You didn't have the best race. Third in the championship, I think. I think you were ahead of Fan. I'm not exactly sure. How do you feel completing your last ever race? And he muted. All right. Oh, never mind. He left. Okay. All right, Cody. We'll try it again. Same question as last time. Still muted.
Hello.
Hello, Cody.
Hi.
We have you. Same question.
What?
Did you hear it, or do you need me to repeat it?
Repeat.
How do you feel being the first ever winner in this league and completing your last ever race?
Well, I won the first race when I was like 9 or something. I don't even know. And then I've done the last race. I think, yeah, I'm 15 now. It is a bit of a surreal moment to think that I've last my whole thing, like my whole racing on Roblox thing career, has lasted the same amount of time as like this league. But I'm not too sad that my road racing career's come to an end, because now I need to actually log in, because I don't want to fail all my exams and become a bum like Fan. But yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Cody. We're gonna talk to Bacon now. Bacon, as right, if you've been known as the row racer, right? You've been a very big part of this league. How do you feel knowing that this was your last ever row race?
I mean, it was fitting to finish second for sure. I finished second a lot, but seriously, congratulations to Shore. He executed a clean race, and like we just weren't able to do that. But I'm still very proud of what I've been able to do in this league, and I'm forever grateful for the experiences I've made with you guys. And this race was obviously super fun. Like there was a lot of like good multi-groove racing, and yeah, it's going to be something I'll never forget.
Yeah. Just how do you feel about the league as a whole? I'm not sure if this was your first, but I definitely know that it's your last.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about. I mean, I've been here for so many years. I've grown up. I'm like a senior now.
Yeah, we're all old.
It's crazy. It's crazy to think about, and I would like to thank you personally for giving me this opportunity. I mean, I think I met met all you through Jackal, and just coming here to do a fun race, and then all of a sudden it turned into something special. So I would like to thank everyone for being here and supporting me through this journey.
Yeah. Um, that being said, we're gonna send off one last time. I'm gonna get going out of here pretty quick. I will leave you all off on a message. Thank you all for allowing me to start this. I was 10 or 11. I don't remember the exact age when I started this league. September. I don't remember the exact date. September 20 something. Or no, not September 20 something. September. Oh, hold on. I have it. It was 2021. September 25th. Exactly 1 month in advance on 2020 is when this league started. And thank you all for allowing me to stream this stupid little thing that I just enjoyed doing because I raced in one Jackal race. There was one Jackal race. I still remember it. I was invited to it in a public server. I raced it. Crashed out halfway through the race, finished in like 8th. But from that moment, I really enjoyed row racing. So I decided to pick up a few idiots that I found in public servers, and then I started this league. And it is truly amazing that this has come 6 years. Whew. All right. All right. I thank all of you for being a part of it, even if it wasn't for a big stint. I still remember all of the races, even though my memory might be a little bit foggy. Um, and thank you for anyone watching this, if you've ever at all been a part of it. Thank you. And this is Super signing off for the last time. I hope you enjoyed.